Good afternoon, nocturnal frequency radio viewers, and who are probably just listening or lurking or whatever. Hope you're all doing well on this fine afternoon. It's actually, it's not scorching, but it is very, very humid. Absolutely humid today. It is currently 12:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think they were saying it was going to be roughly feeling like 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, currently it is 29 degrees Celsius, feels like 40, and the humidity is absolutely horrendous out there. I mean, there's a slight breeze that makes it a little bit less uncomfortable, but it is absolutely, yeah, almost unbearable. I mean, the only saving grace, really, it's overcast. We're supposed to have some rain starting soon. Thunderstorms, T-storms, some sort of a system swirling around in the area. It's supposed to rain all this week, really, but we haven't really had a lot of rain as they were expecting. Yeah, those damn what are they? Weather analysts, or more like psychics, weather psychics, weather mediums. So yeah. Anyways, this afternoon I just thought I would test out a little bit too, going live on Facebook as well. We haven't done that for a while, but I figured I'd give it a test run, see how it works. Seems to be working fine, I suppose. If you've, um, yeah, it looks pretty much, yeah. Anyhow, hey Adrian, hey Mr. Wills, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, it's absolutely horrendous out there. It's just, yeah, yeah. It's just, I don't want to say stinky, but damn it is just like I took Ozzy for a walk just before the show started, and it's too much for him. He was lazing around here, just taking it easy. It's just, yeah. If it's unbearable for me, I'm sure it's 3 or 4 or 5, 10 times unbearable with his coat. He's shedding. He still hasn't shed his winter coat off. He's still got a little bit left, and man, there's hairballs everywhere, fur balls everywhere. It's just incredible. So, anyways, yeah, I figured I'd test it out on Facebook, see how that goes. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be a regular thing or not when we do our shows. This Sunday, by the way, is the last episode for this season 18. And then we go into our summer hiatus, and then we will be back with season 19 in September. So I will start scheduling guests for the new season very soon. So ample time to get that stuff arranged, and have hopefully a whole gambit of possibly new guests and some returning guests, and some, I don't know. Like I want to dive into stuff that we haven't really dove into quite as much in a while, or at all, over the years that we've been doing the show. I like we've it was really really kind of refreshing talking to Matt on Sunday about the whole crop circle thing, and I mean, we've covered crop circles, but not to the extent that we did on Sunday night. And thanks to Matt for, uh, the information that he was able to provide, which is quite valuable. Seeing he was at the heart of a lot of what was going on during the crop circle sort of heightened period in the UK, I suppose, or however it is, whatever. But in fact, I was just watching a documentary. I finally sat down to watch it. It's been sitting in my watch for a while, but I sat down and I watched it. And you know what? It's actually really cool, and that is what's making England's crop circles. And it's really cool. I like how they take all sides. You know, they don't sort of they're not biased really. I'll put it in chat, a link to watch it. And Matt's in it. Matt's interviewed in it. And of course, many of you know that Matt was a crop circle maker, And so he was basically talking about his experiences, some of the places where he created the crop circles, and the experiences around them. Pretty much what he has shared here on our show several times. Uh, the book should be out. Well, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, Steve. So yeah, definitely love to have you and John scheduled for a show, and to chat about the book. That would be really cool. But yeah, so I mean, crop circles have always been kind of a thing of wonder for us, myself and Alex. Um, but what I kind of found, kind of, I was not doing like hardcore research with crop circle, the crop circle history here in Canada, which is like really slim to none. Really, I mean, there are cases of 'em mostly out in the West. Charlie, thank you. Tony, Tango Tony, thank you again, sir. You're too kind and really appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it, as always, Tony. Um, Let me just like it. Thank you. Um, so upon doing basic research on crop circles in Canada, and even in the US, spotty. I mean, a lot of honestly, a lot of the heart, the meat and bones of crop circles are out of the UK, no doubt, no doubt. Historically and into the modern uh, age, if you will. Uh, you know, it's here again out in the west, everywhere from Manitoba to Alberta, which is pretty much the primary farming hub of Canada. So where a lot of the wheat and the tall grains and grasses and so on and so on that are that are great for making these crop circles are located. I mean, there are sparse areas here in Ontario, but not quite as abundant as out west. So yeah. So I mean, they're really, looking at a lot of the cases that have been reported. I don't know. I think come to a quick conclusion and say, look at really a lot of it is man made here. And I'm sure a lot in the US or UK as well. But that doesn't mean that they all are. And and I liked how Matt phrased it in that documentary that you know he wants to tell the truth. He wants the truth to people to know the truth about crop circles, and that it doesn't mean he doesn't believe in the paranormal and so on and so on. That it does exist. It's just you're gonna find it, even if you know the truth. You'll find it just as much as those who are sitting there and witnessing the crop circles from afar, who believe it. I just I like that terminology, and it's so true. Like, I mean, I want to know the truth, and I'm sure a lot of people out there want to know the truth. They want to know what is actually going on with a lot of things inside the paranormal sort of realm, if you will, and thinking about it logically. I mean, one thing's for certain: we don't know everything. We know a lot, but I mean, not a lot, and there's a lot more to understand, to learn. So Yeah, crop circles have always been a kind of an interest, a side interest of mine. And I think it'd be really cool to go out and make it to build a crop circle, if you will, create one. But I wouldn't know where to go right now. Here it'd be too tough. Uh, although there are fields, but directly close by, big enough, it'd have to be an awfully small crop circle. So yeah, but anyhow, crop circles. Again, like I said, it was really cool to have Matt on Sunday to chat about that. I think that was really cool, and maybe quite maybe we'll definitely dive more into the crop circle scenario in the new season in season 19. But other areas too that we'd like to sort of explore that we haven't really explored, and because quite honestly, exploring traditional paranormal like ghost hunting and stuff like that has become a fiasco. Really, it really has. And I'm not saying that's something that has just arisen. It's been going on for a long time, for as long as I can remember, and it's just obviously increasing, and to an all different level because of how different the paranormal landscape is now. With social media and how I actually, hey Tom, how are you? Good to see you. It just how people think, or when that they find it important to stream or an investigation as an investigation. A legit investigation has to be presented online. Hey Ryan, how are you? Good to see you. We're not weirdos, Ryan. Come on. Ryan, we're normal. We just think strange. We're not weird. Come on. But the fascination with making it a mandatory aspect of investigating the paranormal has to be put online, presented online. It's just baffles me. I mean, honestly, over the years, carrying out an investigation, primarily the use of video was just to document a particular location you know for reference when going over possible you know evidence, if you will. I don't like using that word evidence. Findings. you know um Placement of objects, placement of kind of like continuity, when they use it, continuity, when it comes to movies, taking pictures, video reference, and making sure everything is in place as to where it is supposed to be, all the way through your investigation, if you will. So if something does happen, did you move that? No. Okay, then something moved that. Then let's investigate that further. Is that the new channel? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Tom, and thank you for pointing that out, because that was really really cool, that location. By the way, thank you for sharing that the other day. And the drone footage even heightens the intrigue of such a historical location like that. Thank you very much for doing that and sharing that. That's really cool. Hey, Michael, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah. we don't have locations like that over here, so it's always great to see those. You know what I mean? And drone, live, whatever. It is so cool until you can actually see it with the naked eye. It's really cool. So I really do appreciate that. If you know of any locations to explore, if I know of any locations to explore, where in the UK, or we can do live streams with the oh, cool. Yeah. Oh man, there's so many locations over there. And so many that I don't even know of. Like I said, I didn't know about the Abbey, Waverly Abbey. Man. But I mean, there's so many locations over there like that. That'd be really cool. Whatever. I mean, hey man, I would just love to be along for the ride. I think that'd be cool. Just to watch or whatever content. That's cool. That intrigues me. The history and the mystique of these locations, especially over there. That's one of the things that I've always loved about the UK, and not just the UK, but primarily the UK, like its history. Yeah, we can go explore them, connect live to. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Yeah, there's so many cool. I mean, the sad thing is that there's some locations over here, obviously not as old, but I was going to go out to one today in Rockton, which is the ruins of an old church, I believe it was. Let me just look at this again. The Harris. Hold on. Of an old mill. Sorry. Let me just see. Bring it up here. And I'd probably do a because basically, yeah. So Rockwood woolen mill. Here's some footage of it. Hey Tim, how's it going, bud? Here's some video. Oh, hold on. And I do plan on going there. I was going to go there today, but they're talking about thunder T storms, and I'm telling you, man, just the absolute. Let's see. Oh, fuck the music. So here's what's left of it, and oh wow, it's all fenced off now. This never used to be fenced off. Or not all of it is fenced off. Oh, it is. Wow. Tim, thank you, sir. Thank you for extending that. Oh no, for gifting a membership. Thank you. See, this never used to be fenced off. Cheers, Tim. See, you used to be able to walk amongst these ruins, and I'm finding they're more and more of them are being fenced off now. And, like, I can certainly understand, given the historical value and reference of these. Once again, thank you, Tim. Tim's on a roll here, guys. Come on. All right, so there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to I've got some old pics. Let me see if I can find them. What the hell? Okay, sorry guys. I just got a notification. Oh my god. This is getting to be ridiculous. All these people are passing away. Oh my god. Damn. Oh. So just like yesterday, the day before, we got word from I got word from someone I knew in passing over the years. I know a lot of you people are familiar with are familiar with the show Ghost Hunters, and of course Ghost Hunters International. And one of the cast members on Ghost Hunters International was Shannon Sylvia. Sorry. Anyhow, I just got word that her husband passed away, Jeff Sylvia, who I knew, had passed away. And Jeff was a really cool guy. Um, and I definitely want to put that out there and say, condolences to Shannon and to Jeff's family. It's just absolutely devastating. I don't. He wasn't that old. He was in his 50s, I believe, or late 50s. And now, holy crap! This year has been just absolutely a fucking total wow. Uh, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Booth brothers, Christopher and Philip Booth, who were they're out of the UK and now living in the US. They are musicians and are still musicians primarily. In fact, one of these songs, I can't even remember. One of the songs was used in Back Rooms, the new movie Back Rooms. I can't think of the title offhand, but anyhow, one half of the Booth brothers, Philip, passed away. Just happened. This is absolutely crazy, and many of you know that I'm pretty good friends with Keith Age, who worked with the Booth brothers on several documentaries, Children of the Grave, and so on and so on, Children of the Grave 2, and you know, just yeah, this year has been absolutely horrendous. So rest in peace, Philip. And again, once again, condolences to the family. This is just absolutely crazy, man. Wow. Sorry, I'm just writing out. It's crazy, man. No more. I'm eating in what? No more. Am I eating into my beer? Yeah, I felt like I actually felt like having a beer this afternoon. Oh my god, it would be the first beer I've had in quite a long time. But I figured I'd just wait. I don't want to jinx myself. Oh man, but thank you, Tim, for scared of the dark UK. Has been gifted. Let's see who else. B. Oh, B. Hey, B. I haven't seen B in a while. Spectral Researchers. Matthew C88. Just looking at who's been gifted. Well, thank you again, Tim. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I'm just checking on a few things here. Sorry. All right. I don't know about this Facebook thingy. Stick with the routine, Steve. Appears nice, but being well. No, I no, I agree. I agree, but it's nice to. I don't think at least I won't for the time being get into the beer quite like I was before. I'd still enjoy to have beer though. You can never stop having beer. I just won't dive into it like I used to. It just yeah, and not to mention it is very expensive, very expensive. So yeah, extremely expensive. Anyhow, on we go. So yeah, that's yeah. Sorry, I'm getting. Let me just see here. Tom. Okay, Kenton Theater investigate Ghost Bull in Gray Lady Stoner Park Hellfire Caves Explore Tunnel. Wow, those are pretty cool. I'm unaware of any of those. I think I might know the Bull Inn. I think I might have heard of that one. I'm not sure. Of course, obviously I know the Rams Inn. Certain ones that I've seen from people, but it's not just necessarily haunted locations. I just historical locations. You know what I mean? I'm fascinated. Like Matt was that one. What is it? The monks caves or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember the monks cave. caves or tunnels or something. I can't remember the name of the place, but fuck that place is fucking cool. Here I'm swearing. Oh, we might get kicked off YouTube. I mean, Facebook. Oh well. It's not doing well anyways. But whatever. Let's see. So yeah, I don't know. As long as it's got a history. I mean, that's primarily what I enjoy the most. Is that how far those locations are from you, Tom? In location wise, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what that means, the kilometers. And hell knows, fucking fuel right now in the UK must be expensive. Okay, that's what I figured. I mean, fuel must be really expensive there. I mean, I know it is here. It's gone up. I mean, it's gone down in the last few days, but still, it's relatively expensive here. Last I looked, it was 168.9 a liter for fuel here. I know if you go out west, you're looking at $2. Let me see. Now I'm curious. Let's take a slow map. Okay, so let's go out west. Oh boy. Yeah, $2. $2 a liter. Some just under. Some are as high as $2.03. Let me trip on down to the US. The West Coast always expensive. But let's see. California primarily is more expensive. Actually, no. $5 a gallon. Almost $5 a gallon. Whereas if you go to the East Coast, $3.50 a gallon. Some places are at about $4 a gallon, but most places are under. Wow. New York State, fuck. $4 a gallon. Wow. Jeez. It's really gone up there. Like I remember, tripping on down and filling up on fuel across the border at $3.30. So $1 cheaper than roughly what it is now, almost. And sometimes $3. I remember it was like $2.30 at one time. $2.30 a gallon, and it always worked out to give or take maybe about 50 cents to anywhere from 50 cents to $1 cheaper, sometimes $1.30 cheaper liter wise after exchange in the US. Because here we have these stupid fucking taxes, right? I think there's like 20. Hey, Betty, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, no worries. All good. This is open anyways, nothing major, just kind of reaching out and talking with you guys, seeing what's going on. Yeah, I think it was probably up to a buck 30 cheaper crossing the border to fill up on gas, you know. So like I said, I don't know what it costs over there in the UK, what it costs for a liter right now. My gas buddy doesn't show. Let me see. Let me see if I can I don't think it'll show anything, but we'll see. No, it's not showing it's not showing anything. Yeah. It doesn't show anything over the UK, just in the US and Canada. Nothing in Mexico either. So it's primarily for just Canada and the US. Wow. Come on. Get out of here. So it does show fuel in Puerto Rico. This can't be right. Come on. Let's see here. $1.19? Come on. $1.19. Wow. I don't know if that's I don't think that's a liter either. That's probably gallons. But then again, wow. If that's gallons, come on. That can't be right. It doesn't show if it's gallons or liters, but whatever. Puerto Rico's cheap gas. They have cheap gas in Puerto Rico. I will put this I'll go for a little bit anyways. Maybe an hour or so, depending. But I will put this out there for you guys. If anybody would like to come up, you're more than welcome to. And I will pin it to the top. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't pin to the top anymore. It pins to the bottom, which is kind of weird. But there we go. We're pinned. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, like I said, yeah. So anybody, I see. I can't remember the name of those monks. Something they were called the monks' caves or something. Maybe they're in. I don't think they're. I'm trying to remember if they're in Wales somewhere. I don't think they're in Wales. Let me pull it up. Maybe I can find it. Okay. Wow. You know, I'm look- I'm looking at the an interactive map of Wales. I mean, sorry, of the UK. Okay, hold on. Let me just. I want a different map, if you will. Hellfire. Maybe that is. Let me look at that. Hellfire caves. I'm not too sure if that's the one, but that looks cool. Hey, maybe it is. I don't know. You know what? Maybe it is. Yeah, in West Wycombe. Maybe that's the one. Maybe, quite possibly. That looks cool. Those look really awesome. I saw Disclosure Day. Oh, really? I'll probably go see it anyways. Typical Spielberg after how many years of not making a movie? Is that it, Tom? I mean, Tim? That would be really cool, Tom. That'd be awesome. Are you able to access the caves and all that? Oh, let's see. Now I'm looking. I just saw it outside of London, eh? Mm. In between London and Oxford. Man, so much fucking history there. It's just incredible. Yeah, I mean, just let me know. Definitely. Whenever that'd be awesome. I'd love to do that. That'd be really cool. Something like that would be just really, really unique and really cool. Like I said, the Explorer, I think it was Matt that did an Explorer of it, and it was really cool. I'm almost certain that's the one he was talking about. There's just looking on the map. This map sucks. I need a better map. Here we go. This is a little. Let me just see what this is here. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. I'm just looking at a detailed map and just I'm looking for that area that Matt was remember him traveling. I think he was saying it was about a 3-hour drive from where he is located, and I can't remember exactly where it was, but man, it was really cool. We can only go till Sure, that'd be awesome, Tom. Just that you know what? That's primary time. I mean, I'm on, I'm on holidays in October. I take pretty much all of October off, so I'm good for whatever.
Anyway, I popped in to see if I'm on the HP all-in-one PC,
Yeah,
just testing it out because I've been having problems with the sound, the microphone.
you sound good, Tony.
It's not glitching, is it?
No, no, I hear you loud and clear.
Right, except for the camera, it's all blurry.
Well, maybe because you're lighting, maybe you need to get a little bit more lighting. That's all. But I mean,
Yeah.
everything else, you're sounding fine.
Right, no worries. I got the other one in the background, that side,
Ah.
but that's on volumes down.
So how are we doing? Everything good?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty
That's
good.
that's good to
Yeah.
hear. Good to hear, sir. Good to hear.
Did you get my last email?
I did, and we put it in. As far as I know, Alex, everything is a-okay. So I'm sure they'll get that out to you as soon as it's produced.
Yeah, that's no worries. No worries. Problem where I am here, I've ordered stuff and I gone missing because they don't recognize where I am,
Yeah.
and it is causing problems now. And I am moving from here,
Okay.
so it'll be a different location next 6 to 12 months.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got my support worker now helping me. He's going to turn up on 29th of June, I think it is.
Okay.
Going to sort out the paperwork and then get me on to back in with Titarian Housing Association.
Good. Good.
So,
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I had to make my mind up the last couple of weeks to get my head sorted out and stuff like that. So now I feel much better now.
That's good. As long as you got yourself sorted out, and once you get that T-shirt, you realize you're gonna have to take a picture, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Tony and his new swag.
The old swagger. Like, I thought I'd come in and test this because this is my backup PC.
Okay.
Right, and I only used it twice since the middle of last year. Brand spanking new. It cost me about £600 from Argos. Wow. But as I said, I've been having problems with the sounding.
Yeah.
When I try and do a recording of music on my DJ desk, there's a slight delay.
Okay.
So I need to get that sorted out.
Gotcha.
The other one's getting on now, and I've had it before 2020. So it's starting to fail on the jack plug sockets on the computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna get that into for repairs.
Ah.
So.
Well, I mean, that's good that you got yourself all sorted out. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm already starting to pack stuff away now. So
yeah,
and what's left here, it belongs to the landlord, and I'm just going to take my stuff.
Well, that's good. I mean, obviously, you don't want to take your stuff, so
yeah. So right, I'll leave you to it. And thank you for allowing me in.
Well, thank you for coming on, Tony.
No worries. And this coming weekend, I'm hoping I'll do a recorded music and I'll send it on Mixcloud for you to listen to.
Sounds good.
It'll be like 60s, 70s music.
Nice. Yeah. Look forward to it.
So, got to get that up and running again.
Well, that's good to hear, Tony.
All right. Take it easy, mate.
You too. Take care, and thank you again, bud.
No worries. And in the chat as well.
All right. Take care, Tony.
Right, remember to get out, yeah. red box. That's it. Got it. Ta-ra, mate.
Yeah, see ya.
Ta-ra, ta-ra.
Ciao.
Ta-ra.
So that's good. Thank you again, Tony. And again, as far as I know, the shirt once it's produced, they send it out. I mean, Jackie got hers actually a lot quicker than I thought. I'm still waiting for a shirt that I ordered. I ordered. Let's see if there's any updates. I haven't seen any updates. So let's see here. Okay. Yeah. See, it's saying currently your order is currently in production. That was May 10th. May 10th. The status hasn't changed in a month. It was ordered on the 7th of June. May, sorry. And of course, this hasn't been updated. I have to say, our merch store is not the best. It hasn't been very good, and we keep saying it, but we got to get it done, and quite possibly, hopefully, for the new season, we'll have something all done, and new store up and ready and ready to go. So, yeah. So, man. But anyway, so that's cool. Yeah, Hellfire Caves. That is. The more I'm looking at this, the more this looks so damn cool. The Grim Collective were in there. Wow. I'll have to look at that, watch that. Their vid on it. That was done 2 years ago. Yeah, I'll have to watch that later. That is cool. So yeah, I think that would be awesome, Tom. Doing some collabs. That'd be really cool. I think that'd be awesome. Yes, thank you, Tony. You're very welcome, and you take care, sir. Thank you again. Thank you. Okay. I was going through some old. Did I? Hold on. Do I still get it hooked up? I think I do. Excuse me. That's not what I was looking for. Oh man, I thought I had it hooked up. I guess I don't. Absolutely, Tom. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Let me get this. I thought I had this vid hooked up, but I don't. No, I got to put the. it's not it. Okay, I don't know where it went to. Oh, next time. Next time I'll show it. I'll show it. Yeah, it's starting to get very cloudy out now, and it looks like it might rain. They're talking about T-storms. Let's see what the update is. Have I busted out the Blackstone? I did earlier. I gotta bust it out again. It's been a while. I love my Blackstone. Do you have one, Steve? I absolutely love that fucking thing, man. I used it quite a bit again last year, but I think I'm in the game for a new one. I think. Although this one is good still. One of the burners, even though I could replace the burner, but what's the point? Replacing one burner. And the new ones now, like when I bought the Blackstone, it was pretty much, it wasn't really a thing. I mean, very few people had them. Now a lot of people have them. And when I bought it, it didn't come with a lid. I had to buy a lid separately. They weren't sold with the lid back then. Now they are. They're sold with the lid now. And they look very nice. In comparison, I've seen some comparable brands now, these griddles. There's one here out of Canada called La Flame or whatever. I don't like the positioning of the grease trap on it. That's what I like about the Blackstone. It's in behind, it's at the back, and yeah, it's out of the way. I find with a lot of like the Weber, La Flemme, and a couple other ones, they have the grease trap in the middle, in the front, and to me that's just I'm sorry, that's an area where I like to work. I have a cheap one, but I loved a pellet smoker for some dude. Oh, I love my pellet. I love my smoker too. I really do. I need to bust that out a little bit more too. I mean, I've smoked some ribs earlier, but I need to break it out more. I was finally able to find some more hickory pellets. I love using hickory pellets. Those are my pellets of choice, no matter what I'm cooking. Chicken, pork, beef, you name it. I love hickory pellets. I find it they're not overwhelming. Hickory's not overwhelming like mesquite. Like mesquite pellets really are very overwhelming. But they taste. I love the flavor, the smoky flavor that mesquite gives. But I find it can be very overpowering with certain things. So yeah. I've done chicken wings. Like chicken wings, I've smoked chicken wings. Burgers are the best. If you're not like extremely hungry and you can wait a little bit, burgers, smash burgers are the best on the smoker. They're so good. Something about smoked burgers. The flavors, beautiful. Now I want to smoke something today. Bust out the smoker. Oh, yeah. I have a Pitmaster smoker. Hey, Barry, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I love Pitmaster. I mean, people here like they literally will try to push Traeger. And when I went out initially, when I was going out to buy a smoker, I was testing out all these different brands and shit. And you look at the price of them, and I'm like, Traeger, man, holy fuck, and the stability of them, and I'm like, wow, they are overcharging for these Traegers. I'm sorry, to me, they're not a solid product. They wobble. They're not just not solid. A Pitmaster, they're fucking solid. They're solid. And for the price point, oh, you're so much better off with a Pitmaster. Boston butt pork. So or nice beef. Yeah, beef brisket. I wish I had the time now to do a long smoke. Oh boy. Yeah. You're looking at a brisket, depending on the size, anywhere from 12 to 16-hour smoke. And I tell you now, a brisket is fucking expensive. Oh my God, to get a fucking brisket. Oh, it's like 3 times the price now. But if you're lucky, you can get a good deal, but still. I mean, something that when it goes on sale would normally cost maybe $50, $50 for a nice, beef brisket is costing you about $100 now, close to $100, if not more. Wow. Beef in general is just fucking expensive. The price is just shot through the roof. Groceries in general, have just shot through the prices are just fucking outlandish. And of course I'm not going to get into politics. I fucking I can't be bothered getting into politics, but I mean, I don't give a shit what you think. I think, it doesn't matter who's in power, the right, the left, whatever. There's just no control over these prices. As much as they like to say they will, you vote me in and I'll make sure that your shit's more affordable. Bullshit. 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 You don't believe that crap because they can't control. They can't. I mean, this is a worldwide thing. This is supply, demand, tariffs, you name it. In this day and age, fucking shit, the prices are there because of the current trading disputes that are going on right now. So yeah, pay a bill or yeah. Here in the States too, take out a small loan from bank. Yeah, most beef brisket units are much more leaner, so don't work. So yeah, talk to your butcher, man. Steve, talk to your butcher. I'm sure you're able to get one that's got a little bit more fat on them. I usually I tend to leave a little bit of fat. I don't take it all off. I'll trim it a bit because obviously people know that you leave a little bit of that fat on, and it just it helps keeping the brisket nice and moist and juicy through the smoking process, because you take all that fucking fat off, you're gonna have one dry brisket. Sab, what's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well, sir. It's good to see you, as always. I use the food banks of my local charity. I get loads of food from them places. Nearly out of date stuff, tin stuff, big stores donate. And a lot of people don't understand a lot of this stuff that's outdated. Is perfectly fine. A lot of the stuff, just they have to put dates on the food. Liability issues. So, I mean, and obviously, you have people that fucking go into these stores and they dig this shit out and go, why is this still on the shelf? You're trying to poison me. You're not going to be poisoned. It was overlooked, and I'm sure, whatever. Get this shit off the shelf, whatever. A lot of products that are canned last way longer than that best before date, depending on what's inside the can. A long time, a shitload of time. You know, especially if depending on what's preservatives they have in the can. You know, but a lot of the stuff stays much longer. I mean, I've opened up fucking canned beans, tuna, well after the fucking best before date has gone by, and it's been perfectly fine. You know, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. You know, so yeah. It just but I mean, people don't understand. I don't understand that they see a best before date and they're like, I don't want that. Fuck, throw it out. But a lot of times it's quite fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing at all. You know, psychologically, it's a psychological mechanism. A date, best before. You know, these companies are obligated to put it on there. You know, and and of course grocery stores and so on and so on, have to follow those dates, have to pull them off the shelf, just in case. I mean, they don't want a liability issue in case there is something wrong with that product. But 9 out of 10 times, a lot of those products are quite fine. Holy crap! Oh my God! Look at this guy here. I haven't seen this face in so long. How are you, sir?
Man's been a busy man, that's why.
You have, sir. I think you have. How are things going, sir?
Oh, spectacular. Would you like to take a little look?
Absolutely. Always looking forward to a tour at Sap's place.
I think you remember a little bit that this was my room originally, this little box room that I had. I had a little bedroom in here. Well, it's no longer a bedroom because, as you can see, yep, my double glazed window. I've been doing a lot of work. Look at what I've been up to. Seriously. Honestly, you would not believe it. So, yeah, I've moved out of that room, and I'm currently, because it's summer and it's nice and warm, I got the bedroom in here instead now because I've built an extension.
So how many floors do you got now?
Just one floor, I suppose. Well, basement, ground floor, first floor. So
gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, it's getting quite big now, actually, considering I've got quite a lot of space now. Here's the kittens. Well, kitten that's left. Yes, Missy Moo. You got one little baby left, don't we? And she's suckling. Yes, she is.
Wow.
And she's the same as Mama. She's got the same markings, pretty much.
Yeah.
She was the runt, wasn't she? Oh, and I'm doing it all properly. Look, everybody. Yeah, look, trunking, connectors, light switches, all trunked in, all done properly, panelled out, nice and neat. I've even got electric radiators, 2 of them. Look, proper ones.
Look at this guy.
Proper radiators, programmable and all the rest of it, yeah. So I'm just about coming around wiring all of that in and finishing off these panels on this wall. I've got a delivery coming tomorrow from Wix. I've ordered about 200 quid's worth of stuff. So yeah, I got studying and OSB sheet boards and all the rest, proper stuff, proper stuff. Because I got the roof to do on top of here. I've done all the roof out of here as well because it's bloody raining.
It's raining right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. Oh, kitchen is still very nice. All boxed in. I've actually boxed in the. I've hatched in the bunker now as well. So you have to open all of this and go into the bunker, and it does have like handles and lights and all the rest of it. In there. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, you know about that anyway. So here's the extension-y bit. My generator's in here, out the way, nice and dry. Brand new generator, lovely. Cost me, well, 300 quid, but it's nice. It's a good one. I've got loads of tools, chainsaws, bloody, oh, you name it, everything I need tools-wise. Let's have a walk down the paths then. Let's go and have a little walk around. Holly bush, I've just chopped that out from above me on the front here, as you can see. So all of this is now open. I'm going to do some decking on the front there. That's already on order as well. I've got. Check this out. Guy, what I'm doing. Man.
Holy
so
shit.
think wild.
Yeah.
Check this out. So think about like Wild West. Yeah, you know, like country out old in the 1800s. Let's call it. You know, the outdoor privies.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, with a half crescent moon on the front and that, like, yeah. So I got the toilet seat and all the rest of it. I've got everything there pretty much. Look, I'm halfway through doing it, but because of this crappy weather, I've kind of put it to one side. So I made it look really kind of like janky, look, from the outside. Yeah. And then I'm going to panel it, as you can see, like I'm paneling it all in on the inside. So it's nice on the inside. But like from the outside, when you look at it, it looks like one of them, like, it looks like a proper old janky toilet. Like,
so somebody stumbling by is gonna. I'm not gonna take a shit. That no way.
Yeah. But when you go in, it's gonna have a little solar panel on and a charger for your phone, and it's gonna look really nice on the inside, actually. So look at all my wood as well that I've collected. Look at all my wood for winter. Look at that massive pile of wood for winter.
Wow.
This is pretty much the rubbish. This is most of the rubbish that I pulled out of the ground while I've been here. Most of that is what I've pulled out of the ground here.
Wow, pulled out of the ground.
And as you can see,
you're breaking up.
And I've put trees and whatnot.
You broke up a little bit there.
Both of them windows that fell, you know, it's a wine rack.
We're stuck in time here.
I'm only using it actually for them posts. I'm going to use it for them, and for them makes a bird table, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah. For with a little roof on top. But yeah, both of them windows and all of this.
Keep losing you. No.
That's what happens when you go too far away from the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I got Wi-Fi. You know? Yeah. So yeah, I've got a pond. I've dug a pond out over there. I've got a well, you know, like a fake wishing well sort of thing. So there's the top of it there ready, and I'm going to put that at the back over there. So yeah, all the fences are all padded up. Well, you can see. Oh, I had an infestation of moles this week.
Oh, really?
Moles. Never.
Moles.
Yeah, moles. Yeah. My mate came round on Sunday, right? Yeah, and I thought he'd spilt, because there was an empty pot here, and I thought he'd spilt a pot of dirt like there, as you can see. There, it looks like a pot of dirt's been spilt. And I thought, well, he didn't say nothing. And then about an hour later, there was 3 more, and I'm thinking, I've put all these bloody paths in, and when you lift these bags up like I did earlier.
Oh, we lost you again.
Yeah. When you lift these bags up, you see that they're actually got little mole runs underneath the bags that I've put.
Yeah.
That's a nice straight path going along the edge, around the edge of my thing. And then coming in, obviously I got my nice windy path that comes all the way around from the front there, past the pond, past my little planter boxes that I've made as well. So yeah, we've got all sorts, mint. They're oak trees actually, some geraniums, an apple tree, a pear tree, some fuchsia, and lots of seeds in there for peppers and all that kind of, cayenne peppers, all that sort of stuff. Look at my potatoes. My potatoes are going really good.
Wow.
Loads of onions in there. There's garlic, onions, radishes, fennel, spring onions. Oh, what else? Garlic. Did I say garlic? There's a bit of coriander here. Yeah, some carrots. Yeah, it's all growing. It's going good. I'm telling you.
That is good. That's cool. That's cool to see, man.
I'm doing very, very good self-sufficient wise. So yeah, this path, I've just kind of been doing this week. So I've dug it right up to the front. As you can see, it splits off at this middle bit here. It's got a nice fork here. Choose your path. And also this week, I've been playing with some trampolines that I wombled and put on my bike and brought them back home again. And I've been making some structures with them, as you can see.
Yeah.
So, like a smoke hut. You're talking about brisket and doing this. Well, I was thinking that's exactly what I was thinking about doing this week.
There you go.
Smoke hut, so I can do like a little where I can smoke my meats and my fishes and all the rest of it.
That'd be cool.
So I've got jacuzzi going on here as well. Yes, I've actually done it pretty much, as you can see. It's got a little bench. It's all panelled off. That's an ICB container, one of them water containers. I'll cut the hole on for the front. I've got to panel it off and stuff. I've actually got 2 of these jacuzzi baths. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Jacuzzi baths. Yeah. 2 of them. And yeah, I brought them back on the trailer as well on my bike. You would not believe
it. Giving the legs a good workout.
I'm also doing my well. Yes, I'm digging a well, as you can see. Look at this. This is absolutely fun. I'm loving this. Yeah, with the roof on and everything. Yeah, I haven't finished the roof bit yet, but it's all there. The frame's there. And yeah, I'm actually quite the way in there as well. I'm quite deep in there. That's all loose stuff that I did yesterday.
So roughly how far do you got to dig down for the well?
As far as it takes to hit groundwater.
Well, that's what I
don't know. Well, I'll find out. But I got a tool coming for this job because I've hit sandstone now. So I got one of them jackhammers with a spade on.
Yeah.
12.5 watts. They're only 80 quid, 70, 80 quid. I'm going to get one of them next week when I get money from doing a different job at the end of the week. I got a job to do on Sunday. Got some money to earn on Sunday.
Good.
And that job will pay for this job to be done, if that makes sense.
Obviously.
Yeah, this is actually all the bit that I cut out last year. Look how quick it's grown over. This was literally all like that last year. So within 1 year, look at all this. Look at it, the fern. Yeah. Look how high the fern's got. It's taller than me. It's about 6 foot high. Seriously. Yeah, these thistles as well. They're almost as tall as me. Look, they're about 5 foot. Yeah, it's grown really quick. And the path down here that I had, I got the solar panel on. That goes straight up to the hut as well, into the room. All the wire goes straight up onto the solar power bank, so that charges off that as well. That's good. It keeps me topped up. That does. A little cooking station, cleaning station. Got to wash them pots. Yeah.
Are you allowed to have an open fire there? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, I'll do it. Hey, Steve, how about the fire brigade here? Because I had a big bonfire over here. I had a massive fire over here. So one of the neighbours, because it was bramble and it was wet, it plumed off all the big yellow smoke and that like thick air from because it was wet. Anyway, the fire brigade came out and I showed them and I said, listen, it's all under control. I'm here with it. It's away from any brush. And do you know what I mean? Obviously, you can see I've dug it all. That's where it was there. And it wasn't massive, but it was enough to make the neighbours concerned over that way somewhere. Although, as you can see, if you look right through them trees, if you're focusing, if anybody's on a computer there looking, you can see the houses right across. There's 2 fields between us, but the houses are right up there. So the estate is about 2 fields away over there.
Is there any developments close to there? Any developing?
Yeah, there's gonna be one in where the end of the lane comes over here. I know you can't see it from here, obviously, but where the end of the lane comes down over here on the field opposite there, behind there, then they've got 99 houses that they wanted to put in there. They actually wanted. Now here's one for you. You mentioned that, so here's one for you. When you come out of my front gate, I can't go over there because I'm on the Wi-Fi. Yep. But if you come out of my front gate and you go around along this fence line into this field next to us, that one there, that field right there, that's owned by somebody else as well, called the Ramsey. The Ramsey brothers, and their dad used to own it and then gave it to them. And the reason that they've done that is because the farm next to this field, which is over there, Kittai Farm, whatever you want to call it, they've split the land up here because they wanted to build 250 houses. Oh, so wow. When I moved in, like, everyone has jumped on me saying, "How long is it going to take you? Do you need any help?" Because they're trying to stop. Because they're trying to stop them from building the houses here. So me being here is just it's another battle for the you know what I mean, the building organisations to try and get around, because now I'm fully established here. Now they can't say I'm not living here, can they?
Well, yeah, exactly.
They can't say this isn't an established living premise. It's on Google Maps. It's literally down as a residential kind of businessy kind of thing as well on Google Maps. When you go and check it, Sabs Grove on Google Maps and Bexhill on Sea.
Sabs Grove.
Yeah, go and have a look. Honestly, I'm doing it all properly. It's all good. Yeah, that's why I've not been on YouTube. I've not shared anything. I've not even taken any videos. I'm not really about that anymore. I'm just doing it for me. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's
for
me,
exactly.
To sort me out, to get me ready and set up. There's my workshop that I've built. I'm starting there. All the sand that I pull out of here. Yeah, it's obviously the base of what this is, as you can see. Yeah, and then level it all off properly. And like I said, tomorrow I've got the stud work to go into this to make that. So yeah, workshop's pretty much ready. Oh God, you haven't even seen down the bottom. Let's see if we can take you. Let's see if we can take you down to the bottom, lads. That's all the stuff I've been sorting out in between, all my tools and all the rest of it. And then this is my scrap pile. Yeah, this is my scrap pile. But I've kept it nice and neat, as you can see. I've kept it within order. It's all within, kind of tidy, as such. But you see them, there's loads of panels there.
Yeah.
You know, out of a factory or warehouse, in the big long panels that they have, the plastic ones to let the light in. I only went and got about 15 of them.
And they probably had a shitload, right?
So they're going to be the roof for this workshop. That's exactly what I'm going to use them for. I'm going to fabricate a new roof with them. Make it so they all join together, and you know what I mean. Yeah. It'll look good. It'll let so much light in. So yeah, I got the flue pipe up here as well. I've got to waterproof this. All the trenches. I've got loads of trenches everywhere. So there's a trench coming down the side here. I got a ton bag of shingle on order as well tomorrow. So when the shingle comes, I can do all these little trenches and fill them all up with the shingle, and then go over with the sand again and build it all up and make it. And the reason for them is like a French drain. So any excess water obviously runs off down the land and goes into the well. As you can see, there's a channel comes all the way down the path into the well. So, yeah.
So, okay, let me ask you this, Sab. You've got so much on the go there. How do you prioritize this? Like, I mean, you're doing a little bit here and a little bit there. Like, do you have this, like, weird sense of, okay, I'm going to do this today, and then tomorrow I'm going to do a little bit more? Like, how do you, like, is there like an order to how you're doing this, or what?
Yeah, there is. There's order amongst the chaos. There is order amongst the chaos when you ask it that way, because it does look so chaotic. There is so much going on here. Yeah. So obviously, like, all the planty stuff, that's pretty much done. I spent about a week just doing planty stuff. So I set all of this up. I spent a week. I did all of that, and then it's just tinkering now. So it's literally, if I get some extra stuff, like I just got them 2 lavenders yesterday. and some fig trees yesterday. Do you know one of them? Like, I've got 4 fig trees and two lavenders, so I've got to pot them up. But they're just tinkering. They're just because I've done that now. So, and like I spent not yesterday, day before, Saturday, Sunday, them days I spent climbing up the trees and ripping all the trees down, putting all that to one side. I got to just let that sit there now and die basically, and let it, so it's easier to break up and any sick stuff. This is holly, and holly has a very mythological, spiritual, and paranormal fucking thing behind it as well. What I'm thinking is to save anything that's like thumb thickness and above, and make wands out of them and stuff like that, and put them on eBay. And, do you know what I mean? Like proper natural.
That's a good idea.
Holly wands, or holly sticks or walking sticks or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever I can make out of it, I'll see what I can make out of it. And all the little bits, I'll just throw in the bonfire. all the twiggy bits that I can't do nothing with, I'll just put on the fire. Basically, simple as that.
Sab's holy wands. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, because this week, like you say, so the organised chaos sort of thing, I have to do washing tomorrow. So I put all my washing ready to do my washing. I'll go and take all the big stuff off and go and do it at the laundrette, basically. And all the small stuff, I'll just do here in them 2 drums with hot water off the fire. Do you know one of them? But this week, getting water from the BP garage, I think they've had water mains works down the road, so the water all came out brown when it came, when I got it, I got petrol, and at the same time as getting petrol, I get water because I'm a customer, so they let me off, one of them, I wangle it. That's how I wangle it. So, this week, I have been mostly concentrating on making water filter systems. Yeah, so as you can see, I got loads of activated charcoal carbon, loads of it out of a carbon filter, what somebody had thrown away. Yeah, where they'd been growing weed and they had a big carbon filter. So I've taken the carbon filter and I took all the carbon out of it, as you can see, and I got loads of sand and I sieved it off, and then I went and got loads of shingle from down the front here. There's the nice sand sieved off through the sieve to make it nice. Look, I separated it all, so I did it all in separate bits, and made it all. I spent a couple of days doing this, and then I got the containers, and then I went and got all my connectors and pipes and stuff like that.
Holy crap.
I put connectors and all the rest and pipes and all the rest of it onto this, so they're all they can all fit into each other and stuff like that, And then I layered these into 3 parts. Sand, carbon, and charcoal, and stones in the top, so I can backwash it as well. And then I've actually been that actually works really nice. Look at how clean that water is coming out of there. Nice and clean. So I can literally take my rainwater, my pond water, and I can filter my pond water now and whatnot. So, and I made 2 or 3 of them. So I've got one there that I made. I haven't started even using. I've got to give that a wash through. You've got to rinse them through basically on the first ones. And I made a little one. I just need to put a connector on the front. But the little one just needs some stones in the front of it. And that one works pretty well as well, actually. That was pumping out water as well. Wow. And it's just the same principle. Stones in the bottom, carbon in the middle, sand on top, I'll put a bit of fabric, cloth or whatever, and then put some stones in the top as well, so you can backwash it.
See, what I love about this app is you're thinking of it all. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't haven't got a clue about doing any of this shit. I mean, making your own water, filtering your own water, and how to filter your own water, and people would have to go, how do I do that? That's too much work. I'm not going to do that. I'll just get I'll buy a water filter or something. But here you are making it.
I've done it. I've made it, and it works.
Wow, that's incredible, man. That's really cool. Self-sustaining.
There you go. There's a little update for you.
Well, that is really cool, man. That is awesome, and it's good to see that you're keeping yourself busy and resourceful. It's not, you're just wilting away. You're not, man. You're doing a great job. Thanks for sharing that. That is awesome, dude. That is
We were
really
talking
cool.
about brisket, and I'm going to make a smoker box, and I was like, "Damn it, I got to show what I'm doing now."
Sab's smoked meat.
I know, and I'll be honest. I'll tell you what it is, Steve. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty clued in. I'm not exactly stupid and whatnot.
No,
right? So
absolutely no.
I'm at that point where I've found something which is epic. It's something that most people in life would love to have the opportunity to do or to have, etc. And to, kind of not completely remove myself from the system, but not be reliant on the system, but be part of it as well. That sort of way, like, you're still using all the tech and all the rest of it, and still doing, kind of living a comfortable, kind of glampering life, considering.
Yeah.
But the key about it is, the thing that keeps me going is I appreciate what I've got, and I know for a fact nobody else is going to come along and do it for me. Nobody else is going to come along and save me. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely,
you just got to keep going. You got to keep doing it. I want my little girl in my life, and look, now I can make this my bedroom. I can make that her bedroom for when all of that comes around. Do you know what I'm saying? I can show that I've done this. I'm not messing about with that. Yeah. Like I got a shower basin and a bath. I'll put them underneath this extension room. Basically, I'll do that, right? Yeah. So when it's all comes to it in about 6 months' time, when it comes to actually going through the family court, obviously I can't say too much about this, but when it goes through family court and I have to prove my way, then I can do, basically, and that's what this is about. So yeah, it's not just that as well. It's the workshop. I'm going to do foraging.
Oh, we lost you.
Tools, courses, etc. So people can turn up and spend the weekend making a bird box or a planter box, whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Just something small, little. It gives them skill set to go right. Well, I know how to use them free tools to make this and so
a lot of what has been lost in society today, because a lot of people don't even bother with that shit, and they've lost that sort of knowledge.
So, what people don't know, because I haven't been around to share any knowledge and whatnot's been going on here, I've actually had 2 or 3 people come and stay here since I've actually started building all of this. There was a guy here. Oh my days. Oh, listen to this, people. Oh, listen to this. You're going to love this one. This one was such a little tale. So anyway, I'd gone down to Warming Up the Homeless charity in Bexhill. I'd done previous work with them, so I'm kind of intertwined with them already. I do voluntary work with them 2 days a week, so it's not like I'm just turning up and taking things off them and disappearing like a lot of people do, to be honest. They just abuse. They literally, the amount of people that I see abusing the charities, and do you know what I mean? Like, they just they go and spend the money on drugs and then rely on the charity to sort them out, etc. So what I do is I do a couple of days pat testing. I've done the qualification with them. I'm fully qualified pat tester now. So I do pat testing, and I do like kind of the kitchens where we do like packing up food parcels and sorting out all the stuff that comes in and out and so on and so forth. Just organising the warehousey part of the food. Where that's at. So that gives me privy on basically going, I got a big bag here, just put some bits in there for me. Oh look, there's 8 tins of tuna here, 2 for me, 6 of that. And one of that. So that's why I've got privy on doing that, and electricals and clothing, etc. So I'm like, it's as though I don't really have to go shopping and spend loads of my money on just living, if that makes sense. If I put 2 days, it's like my 2 days work, it gets me sorted with food, clothes, and provisions, basically. Like, do you know what I mean? Everything I need. So, but anyway, because I'm there and doing that, and people know what I'm doing here, they came to me about 3 months ago now. This happened, and a guy called Anthony, we'll just leave it there. Anthony turned up, and I spoke with him. He looks a bit nerdy, got glasses on, looks like a gamer, that sort of like, you know what I mean? Like, you can imagine. Anyway, he's 38 years old. He's lived with his mum and his grandma most of his life. His mum has now said, you can't live with me anymore. He's 38, buried in mind. He turned up here, and I'm not joking when I say this as well. It was a stark realization of what society is quickly heading off into, like, as you just said there, with the skill sets being lost in our generations of society. They really are as well. They're being lost. He didn't know how to even chop a piece of wood. And I mean that genuinely. He didn't even know how to use a handsaw to make firewood. He didn't even, he was struggling to chop a piece of wood. So I literally had to show him. I wasn't like kind of, condescending. I was like, kind of, come here, I'll show you. Like, kind of, you know what I mean? Teach a man to fish, and you'll feed him for the rest of his life instead of just giving a man a fish. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I teaches him that. And so there was loads and loads of stuff that happened, as you can imagine. Here's one for you. The fire was kind of burnt. The fire had burnt down and gone to embers. So I kind of like, where I kind of get pallet wood that's crap and then chop it down into like kind of 1/2 foot pieces that fit onto the fire nicely. And I get my axe and splinter them all up, and so they're all nice tinder, and I'll stack it like kind of like 3 this way, 3 that way, 3, as you do, like, right, yeah. And then I knelt down and I just went and give it its oxygen to kind of get it going again, like it does. Like, yeah. He sat on the chair next to me going, wow. He was like a caveman. I'm not joking here. He was like a caveman that had just learned how to make fire. It was so funny. I'm sat there going, for real, you made a wow noise because I blew on the embers to make the fire get going again. You actually made a wow noise. He's like, yeah, no, never seen that before. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, too much.
Technology is taking most of our society away from being out in the natural world.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It's going that way. I'm telling you, it really is.
And that's the way they want it, right, Sab? They want people. They want to dump people and be more reliant on the system. I mean, that's how they have better control over you, right? I mean, that goes without saying. So, I mean, it's good to see people like yourself that think outside the box and retaining stuff that we should all fucking have knowledge of and use it in some way or shape or form, and just people just are just too lazy. They just don't want to have to deal with the amount of work and knowledge that you have to expend to get to that point, right? I mean, people just don't care, and yeah, it's really a shame to see, because I mean, when there is a breakdown in the system, there's so many people that are fucking lost, completely lost, and don't know what to do. I mean, something as simple as, an appliance or something in your house. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? Oh my God, call this person and don't even think. Wow.
So I'm doing it. I've literally this morning just pulled all that apart so I can put a new one on.
Yeah.
And have it so I can run it into the other room. Look, see, you can see. Look, I've not even put it back together yet because I've not finished yet. But there's one end of it. It goes down and through. It goes through the wall, through the trunking. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then comes out the other side and through the trunking, through the wall. You can see it. See, yeah. Yep. I've done it nice, and then I've put socket at the bottom. This is separate. This is the 12 volt. This switch here is actually a separate system. You see, I've got red and blue. You see the red and the blue, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Different system altogether. The red and the blue is the 12 volt system. The actual proper cabling, the grey stuff, is the actual proper stuff that you're supposed to use in the house. Look. I got loads of that for that. That's for the 240 volt. That's the proper stuff. I'm not using janky wiring for the. Yeah, I might as well. Yeah. Makes sense. Do the proper job. I've got just look, even screws. I'm literally. You'd be surprised how much I have to spend. Just like even a box of screws, 30 quid for a box of screws.
That's expensive. Screws. Yeah, tools and yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They've done most of the job for in here that I need to do. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. But 30 quid is 30 quid. If you haven't got 30 quid, if you're completely off the grid and you ain't got no money coming in at all, you know, then what are you supposed to do? Like, I kind of get it why people are so lost as well, because they're so reliant on the system to look after them.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
It was a bit gutting though when Anthony left. It was a bit gutting. He was here for a week, and on the last day, after literally 7 days, so let's say he came on the Sunday, and on the Monday the week after, I said to him, like, kind of in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I said, mate, I said I can't have you here, because all you do is just sit in the tent. You just want the generator on all the time. You're not doing anything to contribute. You just eating the food. You drank all my coffee. You drank all the milk. You know what I mean? He's literally he's just destroying everything. And then when I said, like, there's no coffee left, he went, oh, you'll have to go and get some more then, won't you? And I'm like, no, you'll have to go get some more.
Yeah, you used it all. Come on.
Yeah, and he was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm like, for real, like, and he's like, yeah. So it kind of got my back up a little bit, and I didn't get aggravated. I didn't get annoyed. I just kind of said to him on the last day, I just went, you've had a week now. And I said, you've got tomorrow that you move into the emergency accommodation. He's still in there now as well, by the way. Like, yeah. And and as it happens, when he left, he didn't say thank you, kiss me off, nothing. He didn't say nothing at all. Disappeared at about 7 o'clock-ish, and it was kind of still going a bit dark then. It was, like I say, about 2 months ago, so it was kind of going, you know what I mean, one of them, like 7 o'clock, it was going dark. So he'd use that going dusk time to disappear into the... I was up here, sort of, you know what I mean, doing what I was doing and that, right? And I went down and I'm like, tent's empty. He's gone, hasn't he? He's just left. What the hell?
Wow.
Just left. He hasn't even said thank you, cheers for that. You know what I mean? Nothing. Just gone, left. And I was nice with him as well. Like, you know, I didn't give him no reason to be like that. Anyway, it turns out he took 80 quid out of my wallet as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
You're nice enough to let the guy stay there, eat your food, drink your coffee, blah, 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 blah. And he couldn't repay you in any shape or form, and he steals money off you. Wow.
Yeah, that's how bad society. That's how bad society is now. Like,
it is. Yeah, it is. It's a joke the way things are now. It really is. It's sad.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind, but he's still wearing my clothes. He's literally got a hoodie because it was too long for me, and because he was taller, I just went to him. Oh, you can, you know, when you wear that, like, yeah, keep you warmer. And he's still wearing that now. He hasn't even washed his clothes in the past 2 months.
Wow. Oh, wow. But yeah, that's what separates you, Sab. I mean, like I said, you have really embraced and excelled and in a situation that you were given and like, wow, man, it's just incredible.
It's just normal to me. I don't understand why other people are so...
Yeah.
It boggles my brain. It's like, how can you reach 38 years old and not even have one? Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
don't you understand how fragile and how quickly it can collapse? Do you not understand?
People only see opportunity as wealth. Right, and they see it as a physical sort of attribute, and they totally don't think that, hey, I have this opportunity to do something amazing. I have this opportunity to, and you know, once you get yourself focused, once you realize that it's not all about fucking money, it's about knowledge. It's about understanding the ability and the easiness of being able to accomplish this stuff if you really put your mind to it and get down to it. And it's just you know what? No, absolutely not. I'm going to I'll let somebody else do that for me. You know,
that's really it. It's because they've become so self-reliant on the system.
Yeah.
And they really truly believe that the system is in their favor and it's there to help them. They really believe that. And then when you get like me, I've been through that emergency accommodation twice. They still haven't been able to house me. It's only now, actually, now I've been away from the wife for a year and a half, almost 2 years now. Now I've actually got a good credit score again.
Wow.
Like I said, when I split up with the wife, she was over 40 grand's worth of debt in our name at our house. So I became, obviously, I was blacklisted within that as well. Now it's been 2 years. I've got credit with my trade accounts with the stores, like Wix. I can order like 300 quid's worth of stuff and pay it over 60 days. I can pay it over. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So they've given me that now. I've got store credit and stuff like that now. I didn't have that when I was with her. They wouldn't let me have it because we was in. You know what I mean? Like, But now they've changed address and so on and so forth. And I've actually been at my bank. I've actually got a new bank account, which is it's got an overdraft with it, basically. Do you know what I mean? So I get £500 overdraft with my bank as well now. But I don't abuse it. I use it to see me through in between the months of doing stuff. Like now, like for the first year of doing this until I got the credit. So that's another factor of it as well. It's being vigilant with yourself and not being stupid and not kind of, you know what I mean? Willy-nilly spending money. It's learning all these kind of, these things for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Preservation stuff there, like, But, so it's just, you got to invest in yourself basically at the end of the day. Not, you know what I mean, without all the dribble. Yeah, you just got to basically invest in yourself. And once you start doing that, then it starts coming back to you. So, but it's good for business because that now will lead, like, say, next year when I open shop for proper business, I can actually show, well, I'm a business, I'm a proper business. I've got proper credit and everything else as well in the background. I've got insurance and, public liability insurance, all the rest of that kind of get it all properly sorted out as well, right? Yeah, so, I'll tick all the boxes, don't worry.
Well, that's the main thing, right? I mean, that's the thing. Make sure you got all the boxes ticked and you move forward. Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of people that go ahead first and damn, I forgot about that. Oh shit. Okay. And that's where the excuses come out, Sab. There's always an excuse.
No more excuses. That's it. I've made that rule already. No more excuses. That's it. There's no more. There's no excuse. You've got yourself, and that's it. Look what I've got. Right, yeah. On a different note, on a personal note, right? Yeah. Have you noticed I've not been bothered about showing my mouth, my teeth, and all the rest of it? Because they're getting sorted out. They're actually pulling them all out now. I've only got 2 or 3 left to come out. I started about 2 months ago, and every fortnight I have another one pulled out, and another one pulled out, and I've been doing that now. Oh my God, I've been in so much pain, but it's going to be worth it. Yeah, you know what I'm like. I'll just I'll get on with it. Have some paracetamol, some ibuprofen, or some clove oil. Clove oil is a wonder, I tell you.
Sab, I'll be honest. That has never been an issue with me. That's never bothered me. I mean,
I know. But for me, that's why I think it's a personal one for me. That one, like,
absolutely, absolutely,
and
But I just, that never had I never had an issue with that. That wasn't something that bothered me. I mean, you are who you are, and that it makes you, Sab. You are the person, Sab. When I think of Sab, I think of this guy that, holy crap, the guy that is so creative. And when you did have the house, and again, like we were talking about Halloween, and I want to do something in the front of the house, and you went and did that thing that one year, and it's like, dude, that's what I think. And you're building all this shit, doing all this stuff, and now with this place, I mean, it's awesome. That's sad to me.
What's about in it?
So
I'm just lucky, I suppose. I got that mindset and that mind frame, and I've had this life that I've had, and so on and so forth. I think so. We'll go right. So you were talking right. I want to actually speculate on something that you were talking about on a stream about a week or so ago. Can't remember, about a fortnight ago maybe. It's about reincarnation. We've lived here before, etc. and how some people feel more attuned in this life, let's say. So let's say, how can we call him? That Anthony is like an NPC, a non-player character. Whereas I feel like look at the skill set. Everything I do just comes to me naturally. Like, why? I question it myself. Like, I can pick up languages. I'm so good at music. I'm good at art. I'm good at building things. I'm good with my hands. I'm just general all round. I'm just good at everything that I put my mind to, per se. Like, yeah. I don't think that that's just this physical kind of realmy being thing as well. Like, I think that me, I've lived a lot of different lives, per se. I think I feel like an old soul. Let's just say that I do genuinely, personally feel like an old soul that's trapped in a new skin. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
young because I'm in a new skin, but I feel old because I've got just like everything just comes to me like naturally, per se. It does, like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It really does.
You're in tune. You're in tune, constantly in tune to your maybe your former selves, your former incarnations, perhaps. I mean, like you could dive on into it so much that where the thought is, at least with some cultures and some peoples, that like you are constantly reincarnated until the point comes when you can leave that sort of physical sort of aspects behind, leave it all behind, and then bang, you reach enlightenment, or however you want to view it. But I mean, the thing is, this is like a learning process. You're constantly learning, and yet at the same time you're bringing in what you've learned from those prior incarnations, perhaps. And as you put it, an old soul, that old soul is like stuck with you, and you're like, bang. It's like, oh, you're like an encyclopedia for old souls, right? Like, all of a sudden there's oh yeah, no problem. I'll just grab. Oh, I got this stashed away in the archives. Oh yeah, bang, 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 and it's like a split second thought process. There are no roadblocks, because you've already gotten by those roadblocks in the prior selves. Now you've learned how to get by those roadblocks, and within seconds, minutes, you're able to sort it out. Yeah, absolutely.
No, it goes deeper than that as well, because you know what I'm like. It goes. I think about it a lot deeper. Is there an infinite number of souls? Is it a quantized number of souls that were established originally, and then they're playing out until they come to the Sabado world, like you say there, where kind of like you come out of this physical existence, you go up to the Sabado, where you're in the in-between, you're a ball of light, you're just the energy, you're just the universe, you are it. Yeah, you are part of the fabric again, basically, after you've come out with this. But the soul, the spirit, you're not separate, you're not like like a separate entity. You go back to like the oneness.
Yeah.
But that's where we perceive this as being, we are separate here from the one. We're not separate from the oneness. We're just made to feel as though we're separate from the oneness, to fractionalize the experience of being here and living here. And yes, it has to continue and continue, because the experience is forever changing. So if it's forever changing, it's going to need a forever cycle. That's why our reincarnation in the physical is reproduction. That's our reincarnation is reproduction. DNA is. Look how much they say, even in the tip of your thumb, right? How many atoms, molecules are in exactly that? There's tens of billions of right. No, even in just the tip of your thumb again, how much DNA is? How many terabytes of data can you put into the DNA just in the tip of your thumb?
So that,
right now, I think you've got a whole body that's actually in so many vast quantities of different, in an infinite number of ways of DNA being split, changed, and coding, kept memory. It's held on to something. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So does that intertwine? No, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. The kind. It's like
I get really deep with this, man.
It's like the carbon. The carbon is not so far away from the silicon.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
The carbon is the carbon. An extension of the silicon. You know, like it's just like, you know, people say, well,
when we reincarnate, can we choose to go to an animal or an insect as well? Because having them vices, let's say animals holding spirit, because nobody can deny as well. Every animal has its own personality. Every dog, every cat, even mice, even down to like rodents and all the rest of it. Like when people have pet rats and stuff, and they know they've got personality. This rat is different to that other rat. This group of rats, and they've all got their own little. So even down to that, can we then live a life of being an animal or something else, or a bird or whatever else, or a fish, or you know what I mean, or whatever, like can we reincarnate into something else rather than just this experience? That makes sense. I want to live a life. I just want to be a seagull, man. I just want to terrorize everybody, fly around. I love flying. I don't know what it is as well. That's something else within me as well. I feel like I've flown before. Like not in like kind of an airplane. I feel like in one of my previous lives, I was able to fly. Like I've got this deep feeling inside of me, like I really want to fly. Does that make sense?
No,
why?
yeah,
Why do I have this thing of I really want to fly? Like I want to literally like flap my wings and fly like I've done it before. I feel like that genuinely. So.
But yeah, and again, this, like I said, what you've accomplished there, Sab, is an extension of the way you're thinking, the way you think, and like I said, you can't contain that you can't contain it. I mean, it's always got to be free, and what you're doing is like an extension of that freedom, and showing people that, look, I can do this. People can do this if you put your mind to it. Just it's a part of you. Just do it. And people just, they don't want to. They can't. They feel so confined and so restricted because that's the way society wants you to think. Right? That's the way they want you to think. They don't want like hundreds of thousands upon millions of people who think like you, because just think about how the world would be if everyone was like that, right?
Yeah.
If we all did what you're doing, I mean, this world would look so much different.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. If people on a collective scale, like you said, would just learn to live in unison.
Yeah.
Learn to just kind of be nice with each other, share everything. We've got enough resources on this planet to feed, house, clothe, and see everybody straight at least 6 times over. Even with all the people that's here now, like on this planet, we can resourcefully look after everybody on the planet 6 times, 7 times over, like at least. So there's no reason, there's no excuses for it. But I don't know. That's where it comes to dark entities, because obviously with light and light beings and torchbearers and the wayseers like I am, then obviously you're going to have the bipolar opposite from that as well, because nature, or this realm in itself, the entirety of the realm itself, cannot function on just one polarity, because it would just fold in on itself.
There needs to be a balance.
Light and dark. There has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Right. So, as unfortunate as it may sound, and as beautiful as it may sound to have the one unity of love, light, and compassion, and so on and so forth, without the opposite, we would never know what compassion, love, light, and do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Sab, you've awoken. You have awoken Adrian. How you doing?
Steve. Hi,
How you doing, bud?
Hey, how you doing?
You know?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Let me have a look at chat.
Hi, Sab.
Hi, Adrian. How you doing, bro? Long time no see.
Long. Yeah, I was going to say same to you. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Just reading chat there. Yeah, Sir Spookfest hit onto a good topic there as well. And it wasn't just rats. They did it with monkeys. It's actually a herd community thing. We do it ourselves as well. So when you teach a group of rats to suss out a maze, the entirety of the rest of the planet automatically somehow on a community shared consciousness, everybody else can do it as well. They did it with monkeys, I think, once a monkey had learned how to kind of do one thing, yeah. Birds, also birds as well. The blue tits in England with the caps on milk. We had foil caps on top of the milk that were delivered on the doorsteps, right? And so what they've done is the birds had sussed out how to get into the, obviously tap into the milk and open the milk and drink the cream from the top of the milk. So they changed the caps into proper metal ones, the stereo ones that you put on the top. Now, obviously, that meant that you had a couple of decades of them birds not having that luxury of being able to do that. But as it happens, as soon as they reintroduced the foil caps again, the blue tits and the other birds instantly knew how to do it, as though it was like a generational learning that had been coded into them already and hadn't actually been lost. So, I mean, think about this now, because that pickles my brain when we're talking about all that collective consciousness. Pickles my brain, right? Birds don't go to bird school to learn to, like, flight school to learn to fly, do they?
No, it's a part of it. It's a part of their collective DNA. Like, I mean, that's they do. That is something that is hereditary. It's something that their DNA and their thought process. It's natural. It's a part of nature, and it's something, like I said, Sab. Humans lost to the conditioning of society. Right, we from birth have lost that connection, because those filters that they've instilled, they don't want us to be free like that. They don't want us to understand what we're supposed to do. They don't want us to revolt, if you will, and be a part of that free. They want us to be a part of their collective sort of filtered mind meld, if you will.
Because the easiest way to control people is to keep them left-brained thinking people.
Control.
Which means they just go off logic and reason straight away. They don't have the right hemisphere of the brain opened up spiritually and so on. I'm a right hemisphere thinking person. I'm open to any possibility. I know that the world is much more than what we perceive it to be. I know that our perception of vision is only a small spectrum of what is on the light spectrum itself. I know that we can only hear so much of the frequency spectrum that's on the frequency spectrum itself. Do you know what I mean? So we are limited within our sensory input, and we can only work off what we are sensory input in to live our lives from.
Well, I mean,
and I reckon that's done on purpose, because if we
head off now.
Okay, Adrian, take care. Thanks for popping in.
I've got to go make my dinner. I was only came in briefly, but yeah, okay. You have a nice night.
All right, take care, Adrian. See you later.
Good night. Good night, Steve. Good night.
See you later.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. You know, to put it bluntly, Sab, you know, society has a word for that. They want to peg people who think like that as you know, problematic. You know, we need to gather these people up and put them in a place where they can't disturb the even flow, if you will. Can open a packet of biscuits and begin eating. Yeah, it's yeah. You have to understand Tom skills. That's hilarious. Oh wow. Yeah, I'll go for another 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to cut this out. But yeah, we'll go for 10 more minutes, dude.
Yeah, they do it on purpose. They keep us left-brained so they can keep us under control. Like you said, if you're right-brained and you're more open-minded and you see things on an outside perspective, outside of the box, not just even outside the box. It's like I'm sat on the edge of the box. I can look in and out, and on the edge. I'm like kind of sat on the fence.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, it's people who you know, will ask the questions, the necessary questions, and I find that, you know, the people that don't answer that don't ask the questions, I just are not getting it. I mean, there's always questions to ask, And I mean, if you're afraid to step outside that box, because there's a lot of people who are afraid to step outside that box, they're frightened because of the unknown, but at the same time of being ridiculed or tagged or whatever else. No, you need to think outside that box to think logically and understand things that many don't. I mean, I've always said that about, looking at the paranormal, if you will, for instance, and staying inside that social structure, that especially religion and so on and so on, that have constructed over the years, and the way many people look at it, and this vicious loop that plays out, and people who are saying, oh, look, I've got evidence, oh, I've got this, I've got that, and realistically they don't have anything that is outside that box. It's all contained. And
that's what I was saying the other night in chat. That's exactly what I said in chat the other night, was to say, I know for a fact that there is more than this physical existence.
Absolutely.
Can I prove it to you? No, I can't, because
nobody can
prove it to me. I can't recreate, and I can't record it. I didn't have a recording of it, so I can't prove it. But I wish the only way that I could kind of prove it is for you to contact the person that I had the experience with. I'm going to ask you yourself, right? Because there was two of us that had that experience, which confirmed it to me that it genuinely happened. Because it's been 20 years now, and she will still say to this day, yeah, that happened. Don't know what it was, but yeah, that happened. And she has no reason whatsoever to make that up and to make it like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, like for 20 years, like we got, you know what I mean? She, even now, you'd probably ask her, if you asked her now and it was made up previously, she'd be like, nah, it was made up, that. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
She has no reason to do that, because she experienced that with me. And it was, like I said, it was an orb of light. It grew to about soccer ball size, football size, and it floated between us and then disappeared from knee to knee. And it was literally like a plasma ball. It was a white, yellowish orb of light that I cannot explain where it came from. All I can say is I was praying to my mum. My mum said to me that she did say to me that she'd prove there was an afterlife. And it took her 2.5 years for her to do that experience, which then led me down the 20-year investigative, me being here, me being sat with you talking about it right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as you see, many years later, I'm still digging for the answer. Like, but I think the answer to my question, and the only way I can ease my own mind into believing this, is that my mum promised that she'd come back. She sat for 2.5 years in the Sabado world, conjuring up the energy or whatever to come and give me that experience. Now, she needed a portal to be able to do that for me. And that portal was me opening up my whole heart, talking about her existence, her life, and all the rest of it, and having somebody else where both our toroidal energies, where she was sucked into that energy as well, and it created that toroidal energy between us, and that's why it went from knee to knee, because it was perfectly between us. So when you dig into this as well, our auras are not fake. They're actually, you can perceive them. They've got certain lenses now, an aura lens that you can use to see our auras. When people kiss, when people actually intertwine into connection, their auras intertwine also. So that's what's made me believe that our auras created this toroidal energy for my mum to be able to do that as well. And now she's passed on. Now she's done that. She disappeared back, and now she's gone off doing whatever it was that a new life or whatever, like, yeah, she's reincarnated, or she's moved on, she's gone visiting old family and whatever, I don't know. But yeah,
I mean, people tend to forget, like, when a parent, especially a parent or a grandparent or whatever, a parent, we'll just say a parent, leaves the mortal coil. The people tend to forget that they are still with you, in the sense that they are in you.
Yeah,
they are you. no matter what.
Quantum entanglement anyway, DNA and spiritual.
Yeah, they are there no matter what. And how that plays out in terms of them wherever they are now and how they are able to maybe communicate with you. The point is they've instilled themselves within you, within, you know, in your case, obviously with your mom, and, you know, my mom, when she passed away, she's constantly here. It's just a matter of, you know, how people really perceive it and look at it. Most people think, well, they you know, we'll bury them, they're gone, and that's it. No, they're always with you, no matter what. They're always with you. A piece of them, it's the DNA, spiritually. They're with you constantly.
So on this note, before we wrap up, we've got a couple of minutes left before we wrap up. Right? Yeah. Right. So there was another conversation you've had with guests, etc., about equipment, etc., and wanting to use some sort of equipment or make some new equipment. So Spookfest is always talking about it. I'm always talking about it as well. Maybe making a contained device that you can't interfere with and it can give a reading, etc., etc.
You should. You should. That'd be cool.
So here's another one for you. So with everything that we've spoken about today, right? Everything this conversation has led to, now we can actually make this a reality between us all, into where we can prove there is some sort of paranormal, spiritual life, afterlife, or whatever. Because my dad hasn't passed away yet.
Yeah.
Now, if we can convince our loved ones to actually send a message or do something specific before they pass away,
so real time.
Yeah. So if we make this connection with our people, with our peers that we know are mortally bound in this world, yeah, like you and I are, we're all mortally bound. We're all going to die eventually. So I'm going to make it a mission to make sure that one of my kids knows that I'm going to come back and I'm going to do something to prove to you. And I'm going to make sure that you do it. So when you do it, you can record it and you can prove to the rest of the world that we did it. That's my mission, right? To get what I'm saying here, right? Yeah, maybe if we made that a trend, then we'd have a lot more evidence. If we made it a trend within our society to be more believing that we are going to pass on, and to even try and convince those that aren't, to try and convince them, go on, like my dad, completely, you know, he's opposite to me, like, he's completely not. We're born, we live, we die, that's it. We eat, we poo, and that's it. We go in the ground and
piss and vinegar.
That's it. Yeah.
Piss and vinegar.
but I'm still trying to convince him as well. Like, come on, Dad. At least, like, you know what I mean. Do something, like, kind of. But let me know what you're gonna do before you know what I mean. Like, I reckon he will now, because I've convinced him for so many years to do it. Yeah, I reckon he will. So
wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something if something did happen at, you know, that point in time, when that time comes, that all of a sudden, and I know there are people who say they've had some sort of, I guess, premonition, if you will, that you know, or some sort of communication that, you know, mother or father passed away, but at the time of passing, there was some sort of something
smell.
Told me the smell, sort of something that, you know, it's like, oh my God, yeah,
but you can't prove that. That's what I'm saying. They got to do something that they can.
I mean, I was never able to with my mom, because I was with my mom when she passed away, so I wasn't away from her, so I was with her, so in her time of you know, moving on, sort of thing. And I honestly wouldn't wish that upon anybody, to see their parents. I mean, it's really not, you know, it happens. And, you know, to me, I don't know, when, you know, I watch, I think about people who are, you know, they're present when you know, a loved one is passing before your eyes. And to me, it just seems like a gawk fest. I mean, it's just so impersonal. unless the immediate families with them, then in that time. But I mean, when there's many people there, and it just seems so personal, and just I don't know.
No, I agree. I
You know,
agree. When my mum passed away, she said the same. She said she didn't want anybody in suits and ties and boring. She wanted people in colours, dressed up in nice colours and stuff. She didn't want fresh flowers brought to her grave because she didn't believe in killing something else for something that was already dead in the physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, if you're going to bring flowers, bring fake ones or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, that's the way she was. Like, yeah, she was very much like that. Right? Yeah. So, and as you say, family didn't respect any of her wishes when she passed away. They didn't, all of them. They did the natural, the normal, with suited and booted and turn up to the funeral and sing the hymns and do the. Do you know what I mean? And I'm stood there thinking, none of you have done what she asked you to do, and she passed away. Like, none of you have respected her wishes. She must be damning you all in that fucking spiritual. She'd be floating around there, looking at you all, screaming at you all.
I think that is one reason, and obviously, how conditions like we'll say the vid, when we had to go through that whole sort of bullshit. I think that now more than anything, you're seeing a lot more people doing these celebration of lives rather than funerals.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
celebrate the life rather than mourn a death. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
That's the way my mum was. That's exactly what my mum said. Celebrate my life for what I have and don't mourn it for what I'm dead. Yeah, exactly that.
And that's what we did with my mom. I mean, we had a celebration of life because I mean that's what we're doing. We're celebrating their lives rather than mourning their deaths. I mean, they're living on, however they're living on, wherever they may be, whatever, they're still living on through us, with us. So, yeah. But
that's what makes men immortal, is the memory of somebody. That's what makes somebody immortal.
Exactly.
Jesus is so far immortal as from Perry's existence to right now. He's still immortal so far. But that might be forgotten eventually. Give it another 10,000 years, and it'd be like, who's that Jesus guy? Jesus. Who's it? Oh, yeah, that was that.
I heard about that guy years ago.
And they a myth about Christians or something. Didn't they have Christians and Catholics and stuff like that? Yeah, because religions will all be completely different then. Right? Think about it.
I think today,
over 2,000 years, a complete language pretty much across the world can change. Like, do you know what I mean? A complete language can change in 2,000 years.
Absolutely.
So 2,000 years, what can happen? Like, yeah. Like, said, you need to pull the plug and release the beast.
on that note, Sab, I'm going to have to end it. But you know what? Thank you. It was really cool. Thank you for the tour, and I'm glad to see that all is well and you're doing good, bud.
Always.
And stay in touch. Don't be afraid. I love getting the updates and hearing about your travels.
Yeah, I do watch quite often. I'm sat here often because I'm on this phone here and it's on Brave browser. It doesn't allow the chat to come up, so I have to use this phone that I'm on now. Yeah. And I haven't just got one spare phone, I got two spare phones. I got loads of phones, I got loads of tech going on here, laptops, all sorts of stuff going on here at the minute.
There you go, man.
When I do live streams, when I want to do chat and all the rest of it, this is the one that I come to, and I'll say hello and then I'll go back over to that phone. So if I say hello and then disappear in chat, that's wise, because there's no chat on the other phone because it's on Brave browser. So yeah.
Well, my friend, you continue to take care and be well, and all the best.
Take care, everybody in chat.
Yep. Everybody in chat, thank you for popping in. Thank you for the support. Like, subscribe, and leave your comments. Always leave your comments. We love to hear your comments. Till then, till Sunday. Take care, everyone. Good night. Later.